Hey, I hope you guys can see me okay. Reg here, and welcome back to the blog. So I'm here today with a durian fruit, and I'm going to try to open it myself. Now, I watched it being done at the Asian market, and it worked out okay for the gentleman there on Grand Avenue. What it seemed to work is cutting into the sections, okay, which is working okay. All right, and I see the fruit there, and then actually coming at that same section and cutting like a little mouth opening. Excuse my really, really squeaky table. All right, so there you go. And then he used 2 spoons, and I've got my pretty little plate here that I'm going to try to get it on. He used 2 spoons to just reach in there and grab the section out. Now he was able to get the full section out, and mine is really breaking up terribly. But doesn't that look great? So a thing that you should know about durian fruit is that it does have a very strong smell. Expect it to smell very strongly of onion. And if you're ready for that when you open it up, it may not be such a shock, and you may not find it as, such a turnoff. If you're opening it up, even though it looks this bright yellow, like maybe it's going to taste like banana, it doesn't taste like banana. I mean, it does actually taste more like rice pudding to me, but it doesn't smell like banana. It smells very much of onions. So once you're aware that that's going on, then you're going to be okay. But I happen to know that it tastes like, to me it tastes like rice pudding, so I'm going for it because I know. Yeah. So yeah, just preparing yourself again for, that oniony aroma, and just letting yourself sort of disassociate the smell from the flavor, because although there's maybe, because of the aroma, there's a slight onion like back there. It's like maybe someone had some onion rings once upon a time in this room, but definitely. All I'm getting right now is rice pudding, vanilla pudding. I don't know. It's a really awesome thing. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. So something else to know about durian is that the aroma is, it's pretty strong, and so it will draw, flies, like, how bananas start to draw fruit flies after they've been on the counter for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I open it all up, take out all the sections, and pack them tightly in this container. This should hold all of them, and then you can freeze your durian, and you can even eat it frozen, and it tastes like you get the same flavor. And because it has such a high fat content, I'm going to eat some more of this right now. Because it has such a high fat content, it behaves like, ice cream when it's frozen. So just something to look forward to with your durian. Oh, another thing to be careful of is that these bristles around the durian fruit, I don't know if you can see them, but these bristles around the fruit, they are really spiky. They're like thorns on a rose bush. I mean, maybe not quite as sharp as thorns on a rose bush, but pretty darn close. And so, I've been handling it with my hands. I could imagine if I did this all day, I'd probably want to wear gloves. And you may want to wear, some kind of protective glove, like a gardening glove. Like if you have some clean gardening gloves, those will probably do the trick, just enough to protect your hands from the sharp angle. You saw how I opened it. You know, you might also just kind of cut through it and just grab the sections out. I ended up pretty much having to scoop out, but they do come out in like these kind of soft pods. Um, so they're more like bananas. They're kind of like bananas, but very very soft with a slightly membrane-ish. There's like a slight membrane that's a little tougher, and then the inside is really just like custard. And you see that this one was just totally bursted open when I got it. I can tell you guys pretty much now. I'm going to finish this entire durian fruit, and it's going to probably have, you know, I'm going to say maybe 5 or 6 sections like this. Oddly, durian is in the same family as okra, I'm told. I don't know what that means. I've never been a fan of okra, but of course I haven't tried okra since I've been on my raw food challenge. Just a tip, I had actually tried going at it with this really sharp knife. Don't be afraid, with this really sharp knife, and that really didn't do the trick. I needed something that was slightly serrated, or maybe something with a shorter blade where you can really just kind of go at it. I noticed that the guy who was opening it up in Chinatown did that. That's really all. I don't have anything else to share. I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, this is my second durian fruit. I bought 2 when I was at the market. They were a little expensive. The one blog that I saw, the person had gotten their durian for about $7, and I don't know, maybe it has to do something to do with how in season it is, or it's possible that there's a spike in the popularity of the fruit. Each one of my durians cost about $12, but they're pretty big and they're pretty heavy. You guys know by now that I'm a pretty big guy, and so you know. You might end up spending upwards of like $15 for your durian, but there's a lot of fruit in there. It's certainly enough to, if you're going to take it slowly and just have a little bit of day, it could, you probably have a week's worth of durian here. Like I said, I'm going to eat this. This is going to be my food today, on top of the 10 bananas that I've already had. That's it. I hope you guys are swell. Thanks again for checking on the blog. I hope I haven't rambled too much today. Love you guys a lot, and peace.